want you to put the word out there that we back up. Understand me? We back up.
Yes, we are back up, and the timing could not be better. Hello and welcome back to the Crow House. I am your host, Cameron Odom, coming to you live to tape on a frigid Monday here in North Texas. The Arctic blast of 2026 is here. Winter Storm Fern left us about 2 inches of snow and sleet, so the roads are naturally non-functional right now. We're holed up at home with the kids, keeping warm and trying to keep everybody entertained. So I think I can speak for everyone when I say we are sick and tired of ice. We're back from a short holiday/family time hiatus, and we are back to your regularly scheduled weekly programming. So what did we miss? Well, the holidays have come and gone. Both kids leveled up a year. And I had the honor of marrying off some of our very close friends last weekend. Thank you. We have a sports-heavy episode for you today. We'll talk UFC 324, and our Super Bowl 60 matchup is officially official. And I have some thoughts, so stay tuned. But first, this episode is brought to you by possibly you. Yes, we are open for business. So, if you're interested in advertising right here on our program, you can reach me at crowhousemediatx@gmail.com. So come get at me. All right, let's get into it. Let's kick things off with ushering in a new era for the UFC on Paramount Plus as Justin Gaethje faced Paddy the Baddy Pimblett this past Saturday at UFC 324. As an MMA fan, I personally am excited by the UFC moving over to this new model. I think ditching the pay-per-view model was long overdue, and I think this is great for growing the sport. I know many folks, including myself, were not willing to cough up $80 for each numbered event. But now you introduced a huge viewership and you make your product more accessible, which is great for the UFC. I will admit, after tuning in to event number 1 on Paramount, there were precisely 1 metric ass ton of ads in between rounds and during walkouts, which sucks, because you gain a lot of insight in those moments. It's always interesting to hear when a corner is telling a fighter they won the round when they clearly did not, or that a fighter's telling their corner about an injury. The surplus of ads strips away the humanity from the sport, which is why a lot of people get into it in the first place, but I guess we'll take the good with the bad. I thought the prelims were a blast. There were 4 straight knockouts to open up the night. We have a new Macho Man Randy Savage with Josh Hokett. And unfortunately, it does appear that Davison Figueiredo may be done as a legitimate contender after getting outclassed by Umar Nurmagomedov. Anyways, let's get into the main card.
Fight!
And what a card it was! We start out with Arnold Allen versus Gian Silva. During a promotional photo shoot leading up to the fight, Gian Silva cried and screamed at the interim lightweight belt for some reason. A belt he was not fighting for that belongs to a weight class that he does not fight in. Look, I get the symbolism and that he's an emotional dude. That bleeds through into his fighting style, but I just thought that was an interesting choice. Silva was stalking and headhunting from the get-go. Arnold Allen did a nice job of mixing up strikes, but I didn't feel like Silva was ever in any real danger. Say what you want about Silva's personality, but he is extremely entertaining to watch. In the third round, not only did he point to the center to throw down Max Holloway style, he also ended up standing on Arnold Allen's back for style points with about 10 seconds left in the fight. I've seen online he's been deemed as the Silva Surfer, which is a 10 out of 10 hilarious move. Gian Silva walks away with a unanimous decision victory, and that was pretty clear. Moving on to Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. I'll be honest, this fight didn't really do anything for me. I felt like this could have been a prelim. There wasn't enough action to judge anything in round 1. I thought Natalia Silva did less than the little Rose did. I thought Rose won round 2 because she landed a takedown and Natalia did nothing to get up for about 2 minutes. Now, Natalia did start fighting with some urgency in round 3. She did win that round. Now, something in round 3 that I did notice, and a few times throughout the night, there were several fighters slipping on the mat on this card. The mat seemed to be slicker than normal in some spots. Now, I know the mat can get slick from sweat from earlier fights, but I wonder if anything changed with the mat surface or sponsor decals when they moved to Paramount. Frankly, I thought Rose won that fight 2 rounds to 1, but Natalia Silva walks away with the unanimous decision victory, and you can't be mad about it. Next up was Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis throwing head kicks and flying knees will never not be amazing to me. Lewis couldn't quite find his range, and at 40 years old, he was dramatically slower than the more athletic Cortez Acosta. In round 2, Derek Lewis slipped on the mat and fell down. There was a weird pause. To me, it looked like Cortez Acosta thought maybe Derek Lewis hurt himself, but the fight continued, and Cortez Acosta jumped on top of Derek Lewis and finished the fight with some ground and pound to earn the TKO victory. He did slip on the mat, but man, it looked like Derek Lewis gave up in my opinion. Which is a bummer. I love Derek Lewis as much as the next guy, but this may effectively be it for him fighting on main cards. Moving on to the co-main event of the evening, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. In round 1, Song Yadong comes out with a quick little leg kick off of the glove touch. It was a legal move, but a little cheeky, I guess. Song came out swinging for the fences. He was the aggressor and definitely won round 1 in my book. I thought Sean had some poor body language every time he got taken down with the palms up to his corner, as if to say, "What do you want me to do?" In round 2, Song attacked the shit out of Sean's legs with kicks. Sean preferred to stay on the perimeter while Song kept the pressure on and trying to brawl. Going into round 3, I had this 2 rounds to 0 for Song, although the booth said it was likely 1 round apiece, and I did not agree with that. In the 3rd round, Sean started landing some punches but seemed to be unable to really get flowing until there was about a minute left. Don't get me wrong, Sean did a lot of damage and busted Song up in that round, but I still had this 2 rounds to 1 for Song Yadong. I love Sean O'Malley. I think he's super entertaining in and out of the octagon, but I thought Song Yadong earned the nod here. Very unfortunate that this co-main event was only 3 rounds, because I think this would have sorted itself out if we had gone 5 rounds. And now, the main event of the evening, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. The narrative going into this was certainly that this was the last ride for Gaethje. He's 37 years old. A loss here would mean starting over, and I don't think he had another 2 fights to earn another title shot in him. Paddy Pimblett gets a lot of heat, and I get it. He's one of Dana White's superstar golden boys that will be given every opportunity to succeed. But I have to admit, I'm low-key obsessed with the crowd erupting into, "Oh, Paddy the Baddie." The first 2 rounds were that classic bat out of hell, reckless abandon Justin Gaethje is known for. Paddy landed some nice uppercuts and knees effectively, but he ate so many huge shots all night. Justin took a ton of leg kicks without really trying to check him, but it didn't seem to slow him down. Paddy started to flow a little bit in the 3rd round, but ultimately he could not overcome Justin's aggression. Paddy's defensive lapses kept backing him up to the cage, and Justin just punished him with repeated power right hands. I know people are always going to talk shit, but make no mistake, this was a war. Justin Gaethje walks away with a unanimous decision victory, and we have a new, again, interim lightweight champion. He's now set up to unify against Ilia Topuria, which honestly, I can't see that going Justin's way. Patty showed a ton of heart and toughness, but he was very lucky to not get knocked out. I'm not fully ready to fraud check him. I think he'll be back. All right, that's my take on 324. Disagree? Let me know about it. There's a comment section on Spotify for this episode, or you can shoot me a note in the show email in the description. What's that, Tony? Oh yeah, Super Bowl! After 6 months of training camp and regular season and playoff games, our Super Bowl 60 matchup is set. Representing the AFC are the New England Patriots and Drake May, who went into snowy Denver and knocked off the hobbled 1-seed Broncos. And representing the NFC will be the 1-seed Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold, who hosted the Rams and took care of business in a thriller. At the beginning of the season, I honestly did not have this matchup on my bingo card, especially for New England. I didn't think a first-year Mike Vrabel and a year 2 Drake May would be ready to lead this team this far. And frankly, I am still not convinced. When you zoom out and look at the regular season and the playoffs combined, who are their quality wins? Seriously, I'll hang up and listen. I know they just won their conference, but they faced a Jared Stidham-led Broncos team, and they barely escaped with their football lives. And for Seattle, Sam fucking Darnold? Are we serious right now? His whole career arc has been crumbling under pressure, but here we are. I think he was good enough to not lose games for Seattle, but their defense was historically dominant, and make no mistake, they are the reason Seattle is here. And yes, as a salty Cowboys fan, it turns out DeMarcus Lawrence was right. He wasn't going to win a Super Bowl here, and now he gets his chance. And honestly, good for him. He's been amazing this season. He deserves his roses. And now prediction time. Seattle opens up as 3.5-point favorites. That's who I'm going with. I just don't think New England is as good as the media is making them out to be. Maybe I'm wrong. It wouldn't be the first time and it won't be the last, but right now, this is how it looks to me. I'm sure someone's already got the counter argument, so let me hear it. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this one, folks. Thanks for listening, and I will be back on Thursday with some more world-class broadcasting. Y'all take care.